I'm gonna start recording then, I guess.
My mouse cursor disappeared. Uh-oh.
I've seen this before. How's it going?
Declan,
Oh, hey, hi.
will you hoard me like a friend? Fuck! How was your St. Patrick's Day?
Recording on St. Patty's. You had some corned beef, you said.
I did
like how
corned
you
beef and potatoes.
I like how you pretended like, oh yeah, I just realized there's corned beef I need to eat. I'm going to be an extra 5 minutes. Like, you can just do that in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is barely even detectable by the human mind.
Maybe for you simpletons. For me, I'm like the Flash. 5 minutes moves and it feels like a millennia.
But it was longer than 5 minutes. I was right.
I was contemplating very important questions, and I was so deep in thought, and it's like, I'm navigating all the ins and outs of these important moral quandaries, and then somehow this anime podcast sort of fell by the wayside. But I'm here.
Well, I was looking at the reviews for one movie we were thinking about watching, or one movie I was thinking about us watching. I don't even think I suggested it because I don't think it was a very good idea, but like one of the top reviews on Kitsu.io was like, I had to pause this movie every 5 minutes to contemplate ethics.
What movie?
Harmony 2015 or something. It's just like generic dystopia looking. I don't know. It didn't look very interesting. I think it's CG or something.
Man. I'm dead.
That one review was enough to get me to think,
Maybe.
But we already did Genocidal Organ, It's similar. St. Patty's Day. I made Irish stew.
What's going on in that?
I was planning on making an Irish stew, and then I found out it was St. Patty's Day. I don't know if something subconsciously influenced me.
Well, it's in your biology, in your DNA.
It's the rising of the sun activates something.
You could set a calendar by your genetics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made it a while ago. I know we just open every episode talking about drinking food now, but that's just my entire life. I don't know if that's a normal bachelor thing, but it's like once you really dedicate yourself to just making all your own food, that's just sort of all you do. That's all I do now. That's all I'm up to. I'm just making food all day. So
it's a pretty carnal, relatable thing,
Yeah, it is. But yeah, this is like beef stew, beef, carrots, celery. You're supposed to pour a Guinness in.
Oh.
I didn't want to buy a 6-pack of Guinness, so I bought a big one of those big bottles of an Imperial Stout.
I thought you were going to say you bought a fucking Colt 45.
No, not. You need a dark beer. No, you need something really bitter. And balsamic vinegar. It's very nice.
Technically, the spokesperson for the Colt 45 is Billy D. Williams, so that's a pretty dark beer.
Yeah, he's back on it. I don't know if he's still on it, but when I bought one, it was not very good, and it had Billy D. Williams on it. Young Billy D. Williams. Still
kicking.
They should just get Gambino. What's he up to? Why is he too good for Colt 45?
Chucky Gambino?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Why isn't he chasing that one?
He's too busy making Atlanta, I guess. Or
is that still going on?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that show's dwindling. I think Glover might have to beat the shit out of himself in Chicago under a Chicago overpass if he wants that show to get popular again.
I see what you're saying. You're
think he
doing
might have to
proposing
do
some
it.
sort of empire scenario.
I think that was
He's got to
that was
pull
the
an
reference I was
empire.
making.
Okay.
Yeah. Because who's watching that really? Besides people from Atlanta.
I watched the first episode, and it seemed like a decent television program.
I mean, the first episode's going to be the best one, right?
Yep. Every show ever.
But my stew experimented, instead of using beef chuck, which is what you use always for stews, I tried it out with Top Round because it's little boy season. As we all know, big boy's over. It's time to be
trying to lean out.
Time to be a small guy, and so Top Round is is very lean. And if you're gonna try, I got very conflicting information online about whether or not it was okay to try Top Round in a stew. Some people say it was not okay. Some people say it was fine. I would say if you're going for mouthfeel, maybe hold off. But if you're going for macros, it's fucking out of control. 70 grams of protein per serving. Boom. It's not that bad.
Yeah, probably looking at a pretty tough cut of meat there, huh?
It's not. No. You simmer it enough. It's very tender. It's just somehow, even though it's immersed in liquid, it's very dry and gritty. I
was
know how
looking
that
into pemmican.
No, is that because of me? Did I tell you about pemmican?
No, you didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
What do you got? What's your hot pemmican takes? What do you got?
Oh no, I just know what it is. I thought I told you what pemmican was. But.
No. I was looking into old timey foods recently. Like, what the fuck did people eat when there was no refrigeration? You know, and it turns out everything was so dry. Oh man. But pemmican interests me because people say it's like really fatty jerky, basically, with like a little bit of sweetness thrown in from like berries that you put in it. Yeah, that sounds pretty damn appealing.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I think usually they kind of like just tossed it in some water and made kind of a stew, or like put it in with some bread and made like a porridge, savory porridge kind of thing. Yeah, every once in a while I think like, what if I made some hardtack? Because it's like the driest, most preserved thing, and then I'm like,
it's
I can just eat a cracker.
Shelf stable for 4 years.
Sure, but it's like it'll taste like shit, and I could just eat a cracker. But I have been pickling things by fermenting them, and that's fun. I got some pearl onions going now. I just spent an hour and a half peeling tiny onions the other day because I don't know what. Because fuck it, I'm not doing anything.
That's it. That's a totally decent way to spend your life.
It was all right.
I was thinking about getting into perfuming.
Whoa. Wait, is that a euphemism, or are you literally just making some perfume?
No, I was thinking about scents, and you know, I'm into cologne and perfume. I think they interest me. I really like the scents and stuff. Like you'll catch a whiff of something in the wild, and you're like, whoa, that's a nice little nose sensation there, and I'm like, that would be great to be incorporated in some sort of scent. So my interest has been piqued as of late. And I think I might attempt that. But that, like, the problem is you smell like 2 colognes. Like, let's say you're going cologne shopping. I don't know if you've done this, but it's a thing that happens. And when you go, you catch, you're on your 3rd or 4th scent, and your nose is just dying. It just doesn't. It's so overpowering and overwhelming.
Yeah,
so
you gotta have some coffee grounds with you to reset your palate. No, I think the problem is it seems to me like it's a slippery slope where you just end up approaching women in public and going, "Excuse me, I'm fascinated by your scent. Could you maybe let me in on the what are the elements going into this?"
Well, the thing is that it's less so that it's more just like smelling seats after girls leave, you know, because it's not about the
There's
interaction.
There's a word for that. I heard someone talking about that recently, but I don't know if this might be one of those things where they write a news article about it, but it's just not really real. But
kids today are smelling the butts of girls.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think it's in the Netherlands or Finland or something. They banned when girls get off their bikes in public, guys will rush up and smell the seat really hard. And they call it like flenching or something. There's a word.
Oh God.
I don't know. Hold on.
God, what's that anime with a bunch of huge dudes in high school? Lots of good meme reaction images from it.
Oh, Cromarty.
Cromarty High School, yeah. It sounds like a bit from that, where like one of the more disgusting characters will pick that up as a hobby or something, you know? And you get like really good stuff of like scent lines and huge flaring nostrils as somebody catching a huge whiff,
Mm-hmm.
Huge butt whiff.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the word for this.
Okay, that's
seed
fine.
smelling. It's probably just not even real. That's why.
I'm gonna need to know for when people are asking me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm plouncing. I'm plouncing right now.
Man arrested for stealing 200 bicycle seats for their scent. Urban Dictionary claims it's snurging. Oh, snarfing. That's what I saw.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not it, though. The biting of one's bubbles as they rise from a fart in the bathtub. Oh, the act of being sexually aroused by smelling bike seats. Snarfing. I saw Courtney being a dirty snarf at the elementary school. That's a weird usage.
Yeah. Imagine the smelly. Oh.
Imagine the smell. I saw a great tweet it was a screenshot of Alita, and she's like, it's just a in-between frame where she's doing gymnastics or something in the movie, and her legs are all the way just like 180 degrees, and it's just,
of course,
imagine the smell. Alita is quickly becoming a cult hit.
Yes, it is.
Apparently people really like it.
All of the 4chan meme pages I follow are all about it.
I should probably see that.
I'm gonna have to catch it.
It sounds like the general opinion is that it's not well written, but it's really fun, but not in the way that like a Marvel movie is not well written and fun in like the really focus tested way, but like bizarre, crazy town fun.
That sure sounds like Robert Rodriguez.
That's true.
Robbie Rod.
But in a less like embarrassing way than like Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
He made that one for his kids too. Come on.
Oh, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with my Rodriguez news.
You never sleep on the rod, dude. Come on. But no, it's people. Apparently, she's our girl.
And she's not even real. How appropriate. Also important news this episode is, even though it may seem like we don't have a guest, I have mine sitting right next to me in this big 75-gallon aquarium.
Oh, I was going to ask.
Oh, yeah, my girl's. She's been out. She was splashing in the water violently all day. Finally, I fed her, and she calmed down, and now she's on her dachshund, and she's loving it, got her eyes closed. I hand-fed her some collard greens. She enjoyed those. My turtles moved in. Everyone always asks me, hey, what's your turtle's name? And I say, hey, I got her when I was 6, and I was bad at naming things, so I was trying to think of something, and then eventually it got to the point where it had been years, and it would be weird to name her.
So she's just Turtle.
Turtle. But listen, I'll tell you what. Everyone who follows me on Twitter, you can submit one name, anything you want. There are no limits. I'm at TimeCube Isekai, I'll put you in the raffle, and you have to stay followed. It doesn't count. I retain the right to rescind the name if you want to follow me, but I know you fuckers are out there.
Like that?
Oh yeah, no, she doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. She just likes to splash and
splash girl
and eat things. All right, so get to. I need more engagement, fuckers. I know you're still listening, Ranos. I know you have more time on Twitter between replying to that girl you're thirsting after that we both follow.
I should start harassing girls on Twitter.
Yeah, what are you up to, man?
I don't know.
What are you doing? That's like the main purpose of the platform.
I'm mostly just posting total non sequiturs. I'm just looking at pictures of your turtle smiling.
I figured out that you can take pretty decent pictures on phones if you mess with the settings. You've probably explained to me how cameras work several times, but I forgot all of it, and then I just immediately learned all of it permanently after like 5 minutes of messing with the Android phone settings, because I was just like, or the camera settings, because I was just like, well, she's too fast, so I want to set the shutter speed down.
Yeah.
But when I put the shutter speed up, that makes it darker. So I have to put the ISO up. But the ISO only goes so high, so I need more natural light. And also, autofocus ruins everything, so I have to manually focus, and it's very
Damn,
tough.
your phone's got that manual focus?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, cool. I killed my phone.
Oh, no.
I killed it.
That's sad.
I set an app timer because I was obsessively checking the same, like, 4 web pages over and over again in Google Chrome.
Hell yeah. Same.
and I was like, well, I can't keep doing this forever. So I set an app timer for like half an hour, which I immediately used, of course. And then I'm like, well, okay, I need it for like I had a reason to use it later in the day. I was looking something up. And I'm like, oh, I'll just disable the timer. And when I disabled the timer, it broke Google Chrome. And now Google Chrome is completely inaccessible forever. And you cannot delete or, reinstall Google Chrome. So I just don't have it. I don't have it anymore. It's permanently grayed out, mocking me.
Damn, that's funny.
So on the upside, I had to install a new browser. So I'm using something called Firefox Focus, which just doesn't even have a tab system. And it's permanently incognito, which makes it a really difficult browsing experience, which is ultimately beneficial for what
it's a challenging experience.
The thinking man's web browsing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before, I know we got to talk about a thing. It's a movie, so it won't take that long, of course. But I got one.
We always say that it's going to take 2 hours.
What was the most recent thing that you like? Something that's supposed to make your life better, but then you spent more time obsessing over it to the point where it ended up ruining your life for a bit. You know, like those obsessive research holes that you get into, which I personally do myself. I assume everybody does.
I don't know. Nothing's ruined anything so far.
Okay. So, not necessarily ruined, but whatever. I stressed myself out, which is ironic because I was researching massage parlors because I wanted to go get a massage. And so I spend like an hour and a half just obsessively searching for the best bang for your buck one in my area. You know,
searching
like I
for
want
Easter eggs on the websites if they hint that they give you a hand job at the end.
Oh, believe me, I know the plug for those, but my man Crafty's got me. But I spent like hours searching for it, and I finally found like the perfect parlor, and then their online registration system is broken, so I wasn't able to register for them. So I'm like, fuck this. So I found
you're willing to go to a massage parlor, but you can't just like call one.
They're closed, and I wanted to go tomorrow morning.
Oh, it was a really short window on the tight window.
I have a dire need. Everything's fucked.
Just for one day, though?
So I end up just like, fuck it, I'm worth it. So I schedule an appointment for a parlor that's $160 for a 90-minute session. And I'm like, and I think about it, I'm sitting with it, watching the movie we watched today. And I'm like, what am I doing? I've never even had a massage before. It's going to be fucking bullshit anyway. So I cancel my $160 appointment, go to Groupon, and then find a massage for $35. So I have a $35 massage tomorrow. It took me fucking like an hour and 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
But I'll report back with results.
I mean,
Deep tissue massage.
Okay, yeah, that's the kind of thing you probably want to do some research on. So now you know some things probably that you didn't before. Hour and 45 is not that bad for, I've spent all day reading about snails, so it's really not that bad. Trust me.
Oh. Oh God. Oh, there was another one that I did recently that I just don't remember fucking anything. I mean, I remember all the details, but I just don't remember what the search was. Oh God, what was it? I was like, just 3 a.m. I got done with a shoot at like midnight. Go home, shower, go to bed. And I'm in bed looking at my phone, and I spent like 2 hours looking into the entire discography of the band, which is a rock band from the 1960s and early 70s.
Yeah,
and I can tell you for a fact which albums people like the most. And
I do that with every band. I don't I don't actually have any taste. I just know. I just need to know how good things are.
And it's like I also know who appeared as a guest appearance at their last farewell performance, and all that bullshit. And I'll have you know that Bob Dylan was in the crowd while Van Morrison performed Caravan off of his album Moondance with the band, and it was lit, and everybody was on cocaine. I still haven't seen the performance yet, but I hear it's very good.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Anyways,
Okay.
that's what I have it up to.
Yeah. So.
I'm happy to see your turtle, though.
Oh yeah. Cool. So I'm drinking the rest of. I didn't use the entire stout for my stew,
Of course
so I'm
not.
drinking it here. Just realized it's 10%, so this episode's fucked, y'all.
I
Sorry.
couldn't be any more fucked than the last one.
Yeah, true. Not as chaotic, at least. So yeah, I guess we get started. I didn't mean to be mean to Ranos before. I'm sorry. I'll follow you too. Don't worry about it. We're cool.
Do they follow me?
No.
Fucker.
Wouldn't you know that? And you only have like 6 followers.
Are you making fun of my follower count?
We have the
I'm
same
very
amount, don't we?
I'm very
Wait.
insecure about it.
I have 8, and I think how many of them are Japanese slut bots? Just 1? No, 2. So really 6, and one of them is also me. And yours, you have one guy that I don't know actually who it is.
What's the name?
Is that who's Funky Bunch?
That is Marky Mark.
Oh, he has 2 accounts.
Does he?
I thought he was also the album driving.
No,
Account.
no, that's Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Now I
different
get it.
person. Yep. Anyway.
Wait. I get all your friends mixed up. We'll figure this out later.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's so many. All right. We watched a movie. And
Oh, yeah.
you know, all the best episodes are always the ones where we're like, I don't know, we can watch a movie.
Yeah. We gotta pull something out of our asses right quick.
Yes, and we did.
Oh, yeah.
We watched Hanabi. Not the cool, what's his name?
Oh,
You know the guy.
What is his name?
Fuck.
Battle Rail Man?
Yeah.
His name is Takeshi Kitano.
Yeah, but what's his...
Beat Takeshi.
Beat Takeshi. Yes.
Yes. Wow, we are terrible. Fuck.
Yeah, man. Getting rusty. No, it's not that one. It's not that guy who we just
Wait,
spent
really?
5 minutes thinking of his name. It's a 2017 movie by Shaft. And it's based on a 1993 live-action television play, which is like a televised play, I guess.
Guess so.
I guess so. People don't like it too much.
Oh.
Because and some of them say it's a cynical cash-in because of your name, Kimi no Nawa.
Having not seen that film,
Oh yeah.
I guess I can't really weigh in.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm downloading obscure anime films from like the 1990s that only got translated like 2 years ago instead.
That sounds fun.
It's all
I'm in
right.
on that.
I'll let you know how it's going.
Okay.
I say obscure. It's literally a Studio Ghibli movie that just never got brought over,
Oh, just like it's only yesterday or something.
which was great, by the way. And you should watch it.
I'll watch a Ghibli film someday.
That's if you want to watch one. That's a good one to start with.
Okay.
Anyways,
We
moving
tried
on.
watching this once, but the subs were so bad that we literally could not. This time, thankfully, I put my trust into a fan subber by the name of Phallus Man. And it really came through, Phallus Man. Thank you. They were okay. I was going to tell you to get good subs, but I was just like, if his experience is ruined, what's that got to do with me? That's not my problem.
The subs were totally adequate that I watched.
Excellent. Oh. I guess I'll just go through
Do it. Hit me.
the whole shebang. We start off in a pool because Shaft loves pools. Oh, it's like a circle. It's like a loop because it ends in the
Whoa.
water. It starts out in the water.
Whoa.
It's like a flat circle. This is
Actually, it's more like it's exploding in every direction.
okay. And not. This is not directed by Shaftman, by the way. What's his face? Shimbo. But he is the chief director. I don't know what that means.
Probably like an executive producer role, if I had to
Something like
guess.
that. It's a little shafty, but not too much. It's not super Monogatari-like. And our main character is Norimichi Shimada. And he's in this, they're in this seaside town. There's a festival happening that night. He talks to his parents briefly. I don't even think we see them again. They're selling stuff
gone.
at or something. I don't know if they own a shop or his dad just really likes fishing poles.
Oh, wait, he has like a sister or mom or something.
That's his mom.
She's got hips.
Yeah.
Most of the girls in this movie have hips, but
There's a shot of her going up the stairs, and it's just like
Yeah,
the
it's
lowest angle you
crazy.
could possibly
Yeah.
get.
And then like his like weird eccentric dad that we just never see again, who like struggles to say anything. It's fucking weird. Oh god, this whole scene, like I'm like, am I having a fucking brain aneurysm? Are these
His dad's just kind of a wimp, you know.
not even a
Well, yesteryear.
wimp, just so passive and like not really involved. Bizarre. Anyway,
Some nasty CG. Him and his friends are on these bikes, or they're on wheeled vehicles heading downhill.
it's funny because there's a part of the sequence that looks really good. That's like more close-ups, and then they go to a wide with horrendous, like everybody's pedaling at the same pace. Shit, you know how it goes.
It's rough. And then they see not Senjo Gahara from Bakemonogatari. It's a different girl. It's not her. It's not.
Having not seen Bakemonogatari.
Oh, she looks a lot like her.
Hold on, let me look at her. Oh. No, Senjo's hair is spikier.
She changes her hair a lot. Monogatari girls change their hair up a lot.
Yeah, totally not the same girl at all.
Okay. Original character. But she
Do
finds
not steal.
she finds something in the water. Something shiny. And they get to school. The boys are talking about boobies. We find out the girl's name is Nazuna Oikawa. And there's a scene of them harassing their big titty teacher, which is fun, and it doesn't really have much of a payoff, but I liked it.
You talking about when she's on the bike or later in the classroom?
In the classroom, and the guy's like standing on his desk.
He's really going for it, huh?
Oh, 100. He's
That's
dedicated.
That's some serious delinquency occurring.
Yeah, no, like that's just flat out. Even in like
If you do
even
that in the West,
even in an American school, that would be too much.
I would have like, oh my god, there's gonna be serious repercussions for this. He falls off of a table.
He talks about her tits and then and destroys the classroom.
Dude, like he would be admitted like the next day.
Yeah.
Anyways,
again,
he's just a
another
scam.
very passive adult. She doesn't really do much about it.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, they are huge. It's the way it is. It's how it's
One of
gonna
them
be.
young teachers with the big tots. So then we see Nazuna hands in a note to the teachers that she's moving, apparently. And then she ends up just kind of hanging out by the pool for some reason. And our two main guys are on pool duty. They're cleaning it, and they're just kind of weirded out that she's there. And there's a really funny walk animation. That was really the standout from this scene, is when they're walking side by side.
Almost.
And they're walking real funny. I like that.
This is like, oh god, this is where I'm like, oh shit, we've got serious tone problems going on here. Where they have like dramatic, like a hyper melodramatic scene where a protagonist is talking to Nazuna, and she's getting pretty I don't know what to say, steamy or very intense, and but then it's immediately undercut by this gag walk thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
There's a fine line, because like you could do that. Well, like that's basically what Fooly Cooly is. It's just like really, really melodramatic stuff and then silliness. But
well, the thing is that you care. I feel like you care about the characters in Fooly Cooly, which helps a lot.
Yeah, the characters here are not. We haven't told you anything that you don't know about. There's nothing to these people yet, and I say yet, but there's not gonna be.
Yeah, nothing going on. Nasna is like, we don't even see Nasna in like around other girls at all, because like you get the impression that she's
supposed to not have friends.
Is this? Oh, okay. Where did I miss this?
When she's overhearing her mom and her stepdad talking, her mom says that she doesn't have any friends.
Well, I guess the boys do have crushes on him, though. So crushes on her. So I figured there would be some sort of that would translate to female attention as well. But as we know in How to Ride, that's not necessarily the case.
Oh, I should rewatch some of that to prepare for our How to Ride episode. And more spoilers.
You better.
Episode on that. Yeah, no, I will. I promise.
I'm thinking about this too much. Anyways,
yeah, she's sitting by the pool. They all decided to have a swim competition, a race, and the other guy, the friend, wins, and she says she likes him and wants him to go to the festival with her, and the
friend's got a crush on her, by the way.
Yes, they both. Or I guess they both do, I assume. And the main guy just fucks up his foot on the bar when he tries to
I don't even know what he could have done. Like, it's I mean, I guess he whacked it pretty bad, but like...
Yeah, then it's like bleeding later. It doesn't make any sense because he just hit it really hard. I don't know.
Also, I mean, I don't know if people... I never once in my entire time of swimming fucked up a flip turn so bad.
Was there a bar there, though? There's just like a metal bar right there.
I mean, your feet aren't even like extending that... You're not going to extend over the water or over like that...
Yeah, and you're not going to flip that fast. Like, imagine how you just like whiplash yourself around and your foot's going so fast you can't control it. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, he fucks up. That's long and the short of it.
Yeah. So then he gets back to class, and all the boys are having this fireworks argument. That's like in the premise of all the descriptions of this movie. It's they can't figure out if fireworks are flat or round. Basically, they can't. They don't. They're trying to figure out if it's flat if you look at it from the side, which doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be... Nobody would actually think a firework is flat, right?
I can't imagine.
Because why would you have to specifically build it so that they all shoot one direction and there's no reason for you to do that?
So there are fireworks that do that, but they're an anomaly. Like, those are like specialty fireworks. Like there are ones that are be like, you know, like a smiley face or a star or something.
Well, yeah,
that have to be shot in a certain direction. But the giant, you know, the fireworks that we know of, the ones that we're familiar with, are going to be explode in every direction because they're an explosion. You know how it goes. Anyways, this is like the only hint of character that you get from most of the other like friends in the movie, because they all kind of throw down their reasoning for why fireworks are the way that they are or something. I don't know.
Like, what are they though? Like,
there's the nerd dude.
But the nerd dude thinks they're flat, doesn't he? Isn't he supposed to be smart?
No. The nerd dude is the only one that's really putting forward the idea that they're exploding in every direction.
Oh, okay. Or does he switch in the timelines? I don't know.
Who knows?
Then he gets back home, and his friend has broken into his house and is playing video games. And we see Nazuna in her house, and she kind of is giving her mom's new boyfriend the cold shoulder. And
he is laying it on a little bit thick. It's almost like he like read in a book about ways to bond with your new stepchild. Yeah,
it's don't go for like offerings. Just like, hey, here's ice cream. Please like me. I'm giving you tasty things.
It's a bit much.
And then there's a short scene where a few of the friends are, I guess, hanging out before the festival at this like food stand, and one of them shows up in like safari gear.
Yes.
And they laugh at him, and they're talking to this drunk guy who claims to be a pyrotechnic, works on fireworks, and says they're flat. And then it's back to MC and his friends inspecting his foot, which he really fucked up in the pool, and he says to go to his dad, who's a doctor, his friend's dad. And then they talk about Nazuna, and the friend says that he likes her as a goof.
But you fucking idiot! This girl's throwing herself at you.
I don't think he's telling the truth.
I know, but like, what is he gaining from this? Cui bono?
That's basically 2/3 of this movie is them trying to blow off this girl, and I can't figure out why.
Well, like, the thing is that I don't there's so many character, like, actions that just don't make any sense and are, like, counter to their goals. And even then, like, their goals aren't even well laid out or, articulated and not in, like, a compelling way where it's like, oh, they've got, some sort of ulterior motive. No, this guy, he stated that he likes this girl, and it's very evident based on his actions that he does. So she's proposing to him that they go do the most romantic thing that you could do in Japan as a young man, and he's fucking blowing her off? What an idiot. What a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Youth is wasted on the young.
I was thinking, like, maybe he was just saying, or maybe he does like her, but then he's also just, like, keeps saying he likes her just to kind of gauge main character's reaction, and then he's blowing her off because he's afraid of how main guy will react to it, sorta. Something's going on. But he goes to the doctor for his foot, and I have written golf doctor, because doctor's just putting in his office while the nurse does the work, which is pretty good. It's a good visual. And then he meets up with Nazuna, who's like wearing a kimono.
Yes.
Or what's the other one?
Yukata.
I forget which one it is.
Well, boys can wear kimono and... Wait, shit.
I
know that... We had kimono. And men and women can wear kimono, but only girls can wear yukata.
So she's probably in a yukata.
I think she's in a yukata, yeah.
Okay. It is... They're walking along. It is at this point in the movie where the rest of the movie's over because I realize how short this dude is. And it's so distracting that it's all I can focus on for the rest of the movie.
It's definitely a thing where a lot of their scenes that are super romantic, she seems like a grown-ass woman standing next to this little boy.
She's so goddamn... It's not even... She has small... Her shoes are slightly raised. She's in, like, sandals. He's drawn like he's 10 years old. And I think they're supposed to be 15.
And he's got this, like, baritone voice, though. Like, it's got this, like...
The voice acting's a little too real, yeah.
Yeah, that's, like, a lot of his deliveries are so, like... there's no real affect behind them. It's almost like he's just reading the lines. Very bizarre.
Yeah. Yes. So she's running away from home, which is why she's got a suitcase, and she's being kind of cryptic about it. And then probably my favorite shot of the movie is this slow-mo running mom just like spazzing out, running as hard as she can for her daughter.
This whole sequence is like so fucking melodramatic. And I guess that's the point, but like our character is unaffected by most stuff, so I don't know why this is suddenly hitting him like a fucking freight train.
It's just sort of very awkward because she's just like screaming and her mom's like pulling her away. But, and then, she gets carried away and then his friends show up and then he punches his friend for some reason. They have a very poorly animated scuffle. But why... okay, I guess... But why wouldn't he be happy about... Well, I don't know, I guess. I gotta say, you're probably the same. For the first half an hour of this movie, I was very worried. Especially since this was kind of my suggestion. I was like, oh man. I thought this was either going to be... people I've heard people get pretty mad about this movie. Like, this shit's ridiculous. And I was just like, oh no, there is nothing here. There is nothing to grasp onto. Like, nothing has happened. It's been half an hour. Like, just fuck. I was.
I was. When the thing finally happens, I'm like, this.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you've seen it before, basically, there's this MacGuffin thing that lets you go back in time. You know, like they go back in time to earlier in the movie when they're having the race, right? So he can rewrite history so that he's the one that gets to go on the date with her for, you know, so that this whole horrible scene doesn't happen, right? You've seen it a billion fucking times, and this is like it's such an inconsequential thing to rewrite time for, because like already it's not like it's dramatic, but it's not like life or death.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. He's like, she could just try again. She could just run away from home. Like your mom just was like, come here, you're coming back home, and he was like, if only.
Jesus Christ, guy.
That's what he's changing back time for. Yeah, no, that's true. That's really funny. And so if something finally happens, he has his magic time ball, and he changes it. He changes time so that he can win the race. And so she asks him out instead of his friend. So yeah, it's just a time loop thing. That's the.
Oh my god.
That's the thing that finally happens.
When I realized what the movie was, I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Because there's no drama. No drama's happened yet.
There are very few stakes here.
It's the lowest stakes thing to ever use this plot device. It's so inconsequential. I'm like, we're barely even getting to know these characters, and we're already going back to revert things that have occurred. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm reading this screenplay, you know, because I've read a lot of screenplays before, you know, and I've read screenplays that you immediately know will never.
I've read so many screenplays. I'm like Mr. Screenplay. They call me Mr. Screenplay because I read so many.
I read the best screenplays, but
I've been to Paris. I've been to France. I'm always on the hunt for a great little place to get breakfast.
That's a banger.
That shit is so amazing.
What the fuck is that video again? Jesus Christ.
College Cunts. Underrated.
Oh, yes. Oh, so good. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's like you would read this and like, wait, we're this many pages in the screenplay, we know nothing about our characters, and you're already going for the time loop? Like, what the fuck? You're like,
yeah. I won't spoil anything about Your Name, but the reality fuckery is about a billion times higher stakes than this. So like the fact that this comes out a year later and people kind of compare it, and it's just like, this is just baffling.
Oh god.
And then since he goes back in time, we get to have the entire fireworks conversation again.
Woohoo!
It's a real Endless 8 situation.
Riveting.
Where like the shots are different, but we get to hear all the same lines. That's cool. This time slightly more shafty. There's more slow motion and close-ups of eyes and feet. So I don't think he remembers the other timeline. So he's just here. And so now he's going out with her, but he's considering blowing her off to hang with the bros. But he walked with her to the train station, and she tells him about how she's planning to go to Tokyo and have some girly job where she'll use her feminine charm to make money at it's a hostess bar or something.
They really put a lot of effort into that sequence there when she's undressing.
It's sundress time, baby. Puts on lipstick and everything.
And oddly enough, my enjoyment of the movie increases when the sundress is on screen.
Interesting.
I don't know if there's some sort of correlation there, but the quality of the film dramatically improves when you get to see that.
We'll jot that down. I'll put that in my Metacritic review. My enjoyment of the movie increased dramatically when the 15-year-old girl put on a short white dress. That's weird. I should look at... Is there some phenomenon that I should study this. I should read up on the literature.
Roger Ebert has reviews that are basically like that. If you look
What
through
does?
his fucking Roger Ebert had reviews that were basically like that. Like there are tons of them. He has reviews where it's like girls are really good looking, the cars go fast. This is a 3 out of 4.
But then he goes so far that he has to pretend he hates it, like he hated American Beauty, right? Because he's like, I hated when I saw the 16-year-old girl's tits. Oh, it was so bad. Because he's just trying to cover his ass. So
unbelievable.
They're at this station, and then the mom shows up again. Running mom animation, not as funny this time. But she grabs her again, and
Whoa.
it's. I was wondering, do you think it's even possible to run away from home anymore? Like people, they didn't do it a lot, but like it was possible in like up to let's say the 80s. But now it's like you need a social security number for everything.
They'll do find my iPhone and you're done.
You can do you can do identity fraud maybe. Like you can toss your phone and like steal someone's credit card and social security. But it's tough. You got to find a dead person, or you got to keep getting them because people cancel their cards and stuff. I don't know. It sounds stressful. You can't even be a fugitive. When Connor and I worked in the basement of that office, every lunch we would watch this Discovery show called I Almost Got Away with It. And people were just, it was always, I feel like it was usually the 90s or early 2000s with the cases they were talking about. And people would just be fugitives for decades. And I thought it was the coolest shit. Besides, like they killed people, which is bad. But man, they would just live off the grid, totally new identity. Just faking it.
It's a pretty cool fantasy.
Their neighbors love them. They're just driving around. Their cars are stolen. they landscape.
That's what the entire show Mad Men is about.
What? I thought it was about making commercials.
It is, but Don Draper has a past.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Well, now that show's spoiled.
That's in the first episode of the first season.
Here's this idea for an ad. What if you could have sex with a 15-year-old girl? What if you could smoke cigarettes and have sex with a teenage girl?
We're not selling alcohol.
No.
We're selling sundresses.
Well, we've been on
15-year-olds in sundresses.
Listen, what are we selling here? At the end of the day, we're selling sundresses for 15-year-old girls.
Don,
15-year-old girls
this is a
I want to
fuck. Don, we just landed the Heinz Beans account and you're hitting me with this sundress shit again?
What if the beans were being eaten and then the methane exported by a 15-year-old girl's asshole?
Imagine the smell.
Imagine the smell.
Heinz Beans. Imagine the smell. He's got like a presentation on like a fucking easel or whatever. He lifts up the first board.
I'm just
Heinz
imagining
Beans.
like art deco, like drawn images where it's just like a silhouette of an ass and like very fancy gas coming out.
It's like that Salt logo with the girl who's having her fucking panties pulled down by that dog, but instead it's her ripping a fucking fat one.
When it rains, it pours. Yes. Okay. So then the main character gets punched by the stepdad, which serves no like he doesn't accomplish anything by getting in his way and getting punched by him. He just gets punched by him.
Too real, man.
And then he ends up on like the top of this lighthouse with his friends, and they see the fireworks, and the fireworks are. It's supposed to be like, oh, it turns out they're flat, but they're flat the wrong way. They're flat horizontally, which doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. So he uses the magic time ball again to get back on the train, so that so they can get on the train and leave. So they get on the train. This time they're in scratchy mode. That scene was in a different art style for some reason. And then they hang out on this train and they talk for a while, and they're
spend
just
a decent amount of time on the train.
Generally, just not really being characters. And he asks her. This is when I realized that writers have no idea what the fuck they're doing. He goes, "Who was that guy, like that punched him?"
Oh,
Like-
of course, we gotta exposit.
Like, he doesn't... Well, why wouldn't he just assume that that's her dad? He would obviously just think that's her dad. There's no reason for him to say, who was that guy? He was with her mom. Why would he ask that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Man.
Terrible. And then sweet. Acapella singing.
My favorite.
That's cool, huh?
It's my favorite thing ever.
And then we go into like this fantasy musical number when the train dissolves away and they're in this like, oh my god, they're getting pulled along by these CG crystal horses, and there's all this like Middle Eastern architecture but made out of like bad early CG like 90s. It looks like it could be made into vaporwave. It's like a Windows demo, you know? It looks like The Fish.
This is when I realized my opinion of the movie was completely solidified, and I like literally had the thought to myself, Jesus, what a mess. What a fucking mess.
Like,
Holy hell.
why is this happening? Why did they do this as one song?
This movie got into theaters.
This music's not even good. This cost $28 million.
They do it twice. They do it twice, too.
That's
like,
true, yeah.
Oh my god, but like, Christ, what a fucking disaster. And like, they're going for this like hyper melodramatic like romance thing, but god, the characters are fucking wallpaper. It's so bland. Oh god.
Yeah, like they try to make her like kind of mysterious and quirky, but like there's no basis, there's no foundation.
She's not even like a manic pixie dream girl even. She doesn't
Not
even
really.
get to that point. It's just, oh Christ.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So then and then his friends see them on the train, and then they just start chasing it. They just start running after the train, and it's pretty impressive. They kind of keep up with it. And then they see.
Yeah, we were on those things. They were fucking quick.
Yeah. And then their mom and stepdad are driving alongside the train on the road. So they get to a stop and they jump out and they end up at that same lighthouse again. Just them now, just him and Nazuna. Yes. And now the fireworks aren't flat, but they're all flowery and they're not right. And he's like, "Oh no, this is all wrong." But we have to get back to the real world. And then I'm like, "Dude, just go with it. Like, she's in a sundress. You're on a lighthouse. Fucking."
You're in the most romantic situation ever.
None of these characters are capable of being horny, and that's really the biggest problem, I think.
The Star Wars problem.
What are you talking about? Anakin had a child. He must have been horny at some point.
No, that's Michael Jackson style. He had that shit. He had that shit.
Hold
He had
on.
that shit frozen,
Well,
and then he artificially inseminated her.
Here's the next. Oh, okay. No. Okay, I thought you were trying to say that Michael Jackson was never horny. I was like, buddy. If if he had one flaw, it's that he got lost. He got lost in the sauce.
Why do you think that Anakin killed those younglings? He had to cover his fucking paper trails, man.
Yeah, it's the lightsaber extending was a metaphor for his penis.
Oh, incredibly gifted from a young age.
Oh.
Abused as a child.
Wait, then who's the Palpatine in the real life?
Oh shit, it's Quincy Jones. He's still active. We have to take him down.
Quincy Jones.
Doing it again.
Is Quincy Jones a pedo?
I don't know. I mean, he's
assume.
using Anakin as a means to an end. Quincy Jones was fine letting this. I'm actually going to implicate Quincy Jones in this pedophilia. I watched the documentary, by the way.
Yeah, is he in there?
All 4 hours of it. No, he ain't in there.
Oh, you just assume though.
I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at his face.
He brought a lot of little kids to the studio. I will give him this. His daughter is mad sexy, so that's good.
Quincy Jones.
Rashida Jones.
Oh.
Actress.
Oh, her.
Yes. She is in television and also film.
Is she in Parks and Rec or something?
She's in The Office. I think she's also in probably in one of those other.
I think she's with Amy Poehler in Parks and Rec.
Office alikes.
That's an office alike. Yeah.
Most importantly, she's in The Social Network for like 4 scenes.
That's like
Anyway.
a tenth of that movie's scenes. I should have chosen a bigger number. I don't know anything about that film. Is it long?
Right.
Can I make fun of it for that?
Social Network's not a long movie. It's probably I think it's exactly 2 hours long.
Oh, okay. What's going on in this film? So they're at the lighthouse. God damn, he's so fucking short. Like, he's just standing. He looks ridiculous. It's legitimately distracting. I don't know why they did it. They don't mention it. There's no point. If you're gonna give me a manlet, you need a fucking
short guy propaganda.
Yeah, they're trying to nudge themselves into the public sphere, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, they got fucking Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr., highest grossing actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, like every celebrity, I feel like is just 6'1", but even I have no idea how tall RDJ is, but I can just tell he's probably like 5'5".
Yeah, he's not a tall man by any means.
So they're on top of the lighthouse. He gets tackled by his friend, who rushes him, and apparently he just like tackled both of them off the goddamn lighthouse to their deaths, or at least into the water. But that inadvertently tosses the ball, so you throw the ball to change time. So they get it back on the train.
Man, how fucking pissed was this dude that he ran all the way? Jeez.
Imagine chasing a train for like 20 minutes.
What the fuck?
Because you're pissed that your friend is hanging out with a girl you tried to blow off.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. They're like, he's a force of nature. He's a
animal.
Fucking hurricane.
He's like, the real protagonist. That's
I want to watch the accompanying film, the sister film to this. That's from his perspective the entire time.
Yeah, I want to watch the sports movie that's him training for this.
Nerd dudes preparing and snacks came in fucking handy, I'm sure, because this dude burnt 14,000 calories running after this girl.
Running at 30 miles an hour, chasing this single car train across the Japanese coastline. So yeah, they back on the train. They play the song again, or at least like some of it. It's a very summery movie, and I'm just enjoying this nice summer flick as it's 24 degrees outside my window. I'm making stew, and there's a long shot of them, like their silhouettes in the train, and there's their really weird CG cardboard cutouts hovering through the train. It looks very bad. I just, I had one analysis of the movie, and I don't really remember what it was, because I took like one shot at about this point, and then all of my thoughts just became, please just fuck, which is usually what happens when alcohol and anime gets involved. So they get off the train, and then they've sort of entered into this, things have gone sort of surreal. They're not in the real world anymore. Things have gone very psychedelic fantasy world. Everything's wobbly and stuff.
They might have gotten monkey pawed a little bit.
Yeah, and there's about 5 or 10 minutes of this movie where I was eating dinner, so I wasn't able to take too many notes. But she goes swimming, and it's trying really hard to be Your Name, because they're talking about what universe are we gonna meet in next? Like it's trying to do the thing like. Let's say it's trying to do something where they're like eternally linked between all kinds of different universes, where it's like they're soulmates
yes.
and stuff. But it's really bad because there's
just
nothing
like in Destiny of the
there.
Shrine Maiden.
That's another one. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff, except there's all kinds of stuff, but also in the other things, there's like an emotional basis for it, and like characters in them. And then drunk guy comes back, and he finds the magic ball washed up on the beach, and he launches it in the air, and somehow that resets everything. It turns into a big crystal that like explodes. Is that like all the universes becoming real, and then they all travel to him? I don't know. Then this song starts playing, and the lyrics are all about being really good friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Has anyone been cucked harder since like Madoka?
He does get to kiss in another dimension.
That's true. They do kiss, but all of it's so funny that it's all about kiss me like a friend. This is a weird thing.
Kiss
to
me
say.
like a friend, please.
A friend. She says friend. Come on, don't be too rough on the Japanese singing.
There's one particular. I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. But then there's one delivery where she does say friend.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like there's all of this. Then there's this whole montage of like reminiscing of like all that they've been through, but like we've only seen 3 scenarios. Like there's no feeling of them being these infinite, eternal soulmate beings that they're trying to go for, almost like they saw another very popular film where that kind of happens.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And then they have an underwater kissu, and then she leaves, swims upwards. It's like the least romantic romance ever. I felt nothing because there's just been no development of these people, and then everything's back to normal, back in the real world. And it ends with the teacher giving roll call, and they're gone. No, and they're not there that day, and that's the end, I guess. What?
The end? Question mark?
Yeah. Question mark. If they went into all the universes, why aren't they in that one? Is my question.
I mean, this is I had a feeling that people didn't like this. I don't know if I did not know much about this movie until you proposed that we watch it. We were gonna watch it, a while ago. Mm-hmm. But man, what a fucking mess.
Yeah. Like I said, that first half an hour, I was like, this is nothing, and then it goes off the rails in a.
It's almost like a fucking tech demo. It's almost like they were showing off, like, hey, I don't know if Shaft has done features before, but it's almost like them saying, hey, we can do features now. Has Shaft done feature films?
I mean, they did, like, Keys and Monogatari. It was like 3 apparently amazing movies. It's like.
Oh, they did
and, like,
do those
crazily well-animated movies, Yeah, but as far as original movies, it's like you did an original. Well, not original. It's based off a TV play, but whatever. It's basically original. It's not an OVA basically for an anime.
No.
And you went with this. Why? This? I mean, I guess because of your name, but like, why didn't you just make your own?
This is the Batman versus Superman to the Avengers.
Well, I haven't seen the Avengers, and I kind of liked Batman versus Superman, so I don't know. I was very. We saw Batman versus Superman in some context. I don't remember what it was, but I was drinking a Four Loko, I remember, and I was like, "Damn, this movie rocks."
Oh man. I witnessed people drinking Four Lokos while watching Ender's Game recently, and it looked like a bad time. Four Lokos are not good news, man.
Oh no, I've had like one decent experience with the Four Loko. The rest have just been.
It's so much sugar. God damn. That's another one of those obsessive holes that I went down. Was for the Four Loko hole of learning everything that there is to know about the history of the Four Loko.
I could have told you that. I feel like it's just it was cool, and then they took the caffeine out, and then it was less cool.
Yes, but did you know that it was started by a bunch of college students? Anyway.
I know people have been drinking Red Bull and vodka for a while, so I guess.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's Hanabi.
No.
I wouldn't recommend.
No,
if you've listened to all
so.
these spoilers and you're thinking like, maybe I'll give this a shot. I would say maybe not. Maybe don't.
Yeah, I think you could skip out on this. Boy, do I wish I could throw a magic ball and go to a reality where I didn't see this movie.
If only. Whoa.
Misfire. Just kind of a baffling, really. I don't understand.
It wasn't great.
It's not even like bad in a way where it was just like boring or, like pandering to like just a certain audience or anything. It's just confusing. There's nothing to grab onto.
Yeah.
In this movie whatsoever. I don't know how you read the screenplay for this and think this is something I want to commit to the screen.
I'm reading these reviews on Kitsu.
What do you got?
Really good animation? No.
There are sequences
that
are maybe unconventional and a little bit attractive, but I would say
that's just
there's
Shaq. You watch 5 minutes of Model
ugly
Guitar,
stuff.
you're like, just no, man. What in the? Is this Tagalog? What is this?
Tagalog?
It's pronounced Tagalog, please.
Is it really?
Yes. Don't say Tagalog in front of a Filipinese person.
Oh, I'll try not to.
They'll be pissed. What? Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste this. Can you try to pronounce what's going on in this review on Kitsu.io?
Siyas Aka Kubit.
This is
Music
by
video
Mr.
ni Dia Kantik.
Dark
Tapi Malang.
Dark Crocs.
Aku Dengar / Baka review. Arctic movie Daya Agakme. Oh well, Auntie Leon J Hakat.
Is this guy an Aboriginal? What the fuck? In a Kuma music video, wow. Sia's Aku CKP music video, Nidia Kantik, Tapi Malang. God damn. Baka review, Utk movie dia agakme. Oh well. Nanti Layan J Kot.
Hey man, fuck this title, by the way.
Yeah, the official English title is I have it here. Fireworks, should we see it from the side of the bottom? And I have a real problem with the word it in there because I believe that fireworks is plural, personally.
Should we see them?
Should we see them? There's multiple. Come on. What are you doing? And there you go. We're out of things to talk about. It's confusing and weird, which is what I expected. It subverted my expectations by not being what I expected in the first half hour and actually just being really more boring. And then in the rest of it being very strange and confusing, like I was hoping and planning it on being.
That just sounds like growing old. Isn't life just kind of boring for like the first, like 50 years, and then after that your brain starts to deteriorate, and then, it's kind of confusing.
Everything's just a big acid trip.
Because you're like, whoa, I'm here now. Who are these people around me?
Oh, my children? Okay, if you say so. I guess. Oh, I can't walk. That's
but I'm 14. Why can't I walk, Daddy?
Weird. That's very sad.
That's a dark bit.
Yeah, I don't like it. Let's pivot. I haven't taken a single sip of this beer the entire time because it's so. I've had this before. It's so fucking bad. Let's see what's.
I can't enjoy any of the thicker beers, really.
Oh my god, it's so.
Like a lot of them, they're like drinking milk.
It's like you could use this as motor oil. I think. It's like drinking sour molasses. It's goodness.
We got Twitters.
Oh right, yeah. I always forget to plug our stuff. There we go. Thank you. So, I just had it up. Hold on. Yeah, I'm at TimeCube Isekai. You're at Shakira but male. You can find both of us. I'm linked. We're both linked in. If you just go to twitter.com/gangstalking, STOCKING, you'll see us there in the description. You'll find us. What's up?
How do people post these reviews?
No shame.
They're just God.
You need to dissolve your ego. Also, we have a phone number. So you can send us emails at podcast@gangstalking.com. And you can send us send me turtle names, send me show suggestions, whatever.
Send us whatever you think, fam.
Whatever you think.
Give us comments on previous episodes.
You can always comment on YouTube, as you usually do. That's been fine. We have a phone number, though, which I always forget to plug. You can send us texts, and you can leave us messages. It's whatever. We'll play it on the show. I don't care. We'll do whatever. But it's 419-777-8625. That I think it has the word stock in there somewhere. I've totally forgotten what the letters were, the reason I got that phone number. But it's 419-777-8625. 419-777-8625. Just put whatever, any interaction. Like, look, we are, even though we'll probably poke fun. We can tease every once in a while. That doesn't mean we're not desperate for human interaction. It doesn't mean we're not the most pathetic, just slithering attention whores you could possibly imagine, okay?
I literally just throw up gobbledygook in the hopes that somebody will pity me enough to reply and ask if I'm okay.
Where? On what?
Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I've literally just posted strings of words before.
I've seen that. I was a little worried that time
there
you did
There we go.
That.
Fucking all according to plan.
I was like, did he get, like, not just drunk, like, drunk, but, like, did he get that drunk? Did he get, like, the kind of dangerous drunk I hear about that I've never actually achieved, but where you just start typing nonsense? 419-777-8625. Podcast at Gangsta Talk and Did I say? Is there anything else?
Shout out to Paris Jackson.
What happened to Paris Jackson?
She's just got the best Twitter right now.
You think so?
Yeah. She's really handling the whole pedophilia accusations against her father well.
Oh, is that a child of the great Michael?
It is.
Oh, huh.
Here's an example of the hot Twitter content you can expect from her.
Oh, I saw you retweeting someone. I was like, who is this person?
This is in response to people accusing her father of grooming and raping children. Smoke some weed and think about the bigger picture. Chillax, my dudes.
Oh my gosh, she kind of looks like him.
There you have it.
She got the third eye. Is this ironic?
No.
I can't tell anymore.
No way.
Well, I mean, she posted the word Keef 20, 30 times.
Dude, no.
It's the word Keef. Come on, hold on. I'll check who she's following. I can always look at. She follows PewDiePie and Elon Musk. She's being ironic. Come on, man.
No, she's not. I've been on You've never been on dating apps. You don't know.
Come on, she's joking. You don't just post Keef unironically. Come on.
Certainly you do.
Hold on. I'll look at her latest. That's just a bunch of question marks. Okay, she's mad at TMZ.
Reasonable. That is reasonable.
Sure. I smoke weed on my story one time, and all of a sudden I'm a junkie meth alcoholic party raver that's also secretly married and pregnant. Okay. Yeah, most of this is just her being mad about lies. Oh, okay. Oh, she's commenting on a picture of a snake eating another snake, and she's telling people to smoke weed.
Yes. There you have it. Boom.
Okay.
It's just destroyed with facts and logic, my friend.
Yeah, I might have just been fucking owned by facts and logic.
Anyways, if you want to see me retweeting Paris Jackson, follow me. Oh,
I got good. I think my content's pretty good, honestly.
I'm proud of a lot of my stuff.
So tell your
good.
friends.
You got Turtle Adventures.
Yeah, I should. I just need to. Well, we can't have another 20 minutes of Twitter analysis, but yeah, got to follow and talk to more people. But you got to return the favor, fuckers. I know I know 2 people listen to this, so I don't think Angry Mage has a Twitter, but I still can't really tell if you're just joking or if you're actually schizophrenic. So we'll continue that on that.
We put out these episodes for free every week, so every 2 weeks. So the only way to keep the gravy chain rolling is to get those Twitter subs, because we need to be social media influencers. Otherwise, I don't know. We may have to start charging.
Yeah, you don't want to start charging because you're not going to like those prices.
And you know you're going to have to because you want this hot content in your ears.
You're not going to have a choice. I'm going to come to your house.
Steal your credit card information. I already evaded taxes, so I'm not afraid of stealing other people's money.
Hell yeah. Tax evasion gang. I think I avoided I had about like maybe $1,800 of non-taxed income last year, so pretty good.
There you go.
They're sticking it to the man.
Boom.
Hopefully I don't have to get taxed on all this money I'm making buying shares on current event probabilities. I was thinking a while ago about I should really get into prediction markets. And then I did, and I have made $400 in 3 days.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I gotta start doing that.
Oh,
what the fuck? What
I'm
have
a
you
genius.
bet on so far?
I finally was able to profit off of being hooked into the internet, just having it straight into my veins. I could tell that it was obvious that the meme train was behind Andrew Yang.
The Yang Gang, of course.
So I bought $850 of Yang shares, which have gone from 10 to 14 cents.
Oh yeah.
So I've made $322 on Andrew Yang.
Oh, that's a fucking no-brainer. I need to get on this shit.
Oh, it might be too late, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm not going to get on the Yang train. I'm going to find the next hot venture.
Oh, sure, yeah. I missed out on Bitcoin. I missed out on everything. It's finally profitable, baby.
I was thinking about Bitcoin today. Don't let me do it anymore.
Do what?
Think about Bitcoin.
Oh, sorry.
I would have cashed out too.
We'd be doing this podcast every day.
That shit blows to 9,000. I'm out. What the fuck was it even? At its peak was like 13. Oh my god.
At its peak, it was 19.
Yeah, you're fucking out. Get out.
Now, would you have gotten out though?
Absolutely would have.
Oh, come on.
I would have invested enough to where that would have been an obscene amount of money.
But you have every reason to believe it's going to $1 million, and you're gonna cash out at 19 grand. No way, man.
I would have been one of those sad Pepe posters on whatever the finance board is.
They're Wojaks, the red Wojaks.
Wojaks exploding Pepes in their hand. We're done.
Okay, well. Thanks for wait. Are you leaving? You can't just leave. Well, I got my Yang bucks, so fuck you guys. I'm out.